Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I've got a little bit of a different kind of video today. I'm not going to be making any jewelry today on this video. I've got another ARTDOT storage container here. I have got one that I did a video on previously that they sent me, and I'll put a picture of it in here so you can see it. I absolutely love those little drawers. They have made things so much easier for me. And I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below in case you didn't see that video that I did for those, in case you want to go back and look at it. But they have, each little drawer has 32 bottles, these little bottles that are in them. And these are the same bottles in this new one that are in the one that I just put the picture in there. And the one that I've already got, that I've had for a while, each drawer has 32 bottles, and I have 4 drawers, so that's 128 bottles. So I was able to get, in one drawer I put my 2mm beads, and in another drawer I put most of my small rondelles, like 2x3mm, 3x4mm, and in one drawer I put a good portion of my 4mm beads, and in one drawer I put my favorite spacers and bead caps and things like that. And I just absolutely love it. It has just made things so much easier for me. I showed in that video how I had my beads before. And I had them in these little plastic drawers in little baggies. And I'm going to put another picture in here to show y'all the situation I've got going on there. I still have a lot in these little plastic drawers, and it is not an ideal situation, especially for me, because I have mentioned before, and if you're new you might not have heard me talk about it, but I have limited mobility. So I'm going to put a little picture in here of the drawers that I have them in right now, and then I'll talk more about that here in a second. So as you can see, that's not an ideal way to store beads or findings. Whenever I need anything, like if I want a 6mm bead, I have to pull out the whole little drawer, take out all the little plastic baggies, pick out the one I want, put all the little plastic baggies back in. I can't see what I don't know what I've got. These are like the drawers that I have, that I showed you the picture of, have these same exact little bottles in them. And you can pull the whole entire drawer out and just easily look and see what you need, pick out what you need, and then put the whole entire drawer back in. And it has made such a difference for me, the beads that I was able to get in those drawers. And this is going to be wonderful whenever I get everything in here that I want to put in here. And the drawers that I already have, and this little system here, does not take up a lot of room. I measured this new one here. It is 12 inches high, and it is 10 inches across, like this way across, 10 inches across and 12 inches this way. And then from front to back here, it's about 7 inches. So it doesn't take up very much room at all, but it holds a lot. The little drawers that I had before, that I did a video on before, each drawer has 32 bottles in it. And I have 4 drawers, so that's 128 bottles. And you can get a lot in these little bottles. In like my 4mm beads, you can easily fit 200 4mm beads in one of these little bottles. So they hold a whole lot. These drawers here, each drawer has 48 bottles. So I have 4 drawers here, so that's 192 bottles that I'm going to be able to fill up here. It's probably going to take me a couple days. But it'll be worth it. This particular storage system on their website is called Multifunction Diamond Painting Containers. I think these containers and these little systems were originally made with diamond painting in mind. I don't know really anything at all about diamond painting, but they have discovered that they're really good for storing beads too, especially small beads and findings and all that kind of thing. So that's what I have used the drawers I've already got for, and that's what I'm going to use these for, of course. The ones that I've already got you can take them apart and configure them however how you want to. If you don't have to put all 4 drawers together like I had them in that picture. You can slide them apart and put one drawer here, one drawer there. You can stack 2 on top of each other. You stack all 4 of them on top of each other if you want to. And they have a thing on the back where you can hang them on the wall if you want to. And that probably works well for the diamond painting supplies. I imagine they're not very heavy. I would probably not want to do that with beads though, because the beads would probably make it too heavy and I would be afraid it would not hold on the wall. But it is just wonderful and has made things so much easier for me. The shelves that I have those plastic drawers on with the plastic baggies in them are hard for me to get to, and it wouldn't matter where I put them in this room, they would still be hard for me to get to. I can't remember how much detail I've gone into before about how limited my mobility is, but I have to use a walker to get around. I can walk a few feet without the walker, but I have a hard time keeping my balance, so I use a walker to get around. So I would have to, no matter where I put them in this room, it would be hard for me to get to. This desk here is what I do my beading on. And then I have another desk to the right of me where my computer and all is. And I have these plastic mats under me over top of the carpet that I roll on. And I can roll from this desk to my other desk without a problem. But those shelves are in between the 2 desks. And my plastic mat doesn't go that far. So I can roll as far as I can to it, and then I have to reach for the drawers, which requires me having to bend over a lot out of my chair, and I'm always worried that the chair is going to topple out from under me and I'm going to wind up in the floor. And if I ever wound up in the floor, there's no way my husband would be able to get me up. So we would have to get the paramedics down here to get me up out of the floor. And if I ever were to fall and break a bone or anything, I'm certain that I would wind up in the nursing home and probably be there for the rest of my life. So I'm always really worried when I roll over to get to these drawers and reach to get to them that I'm going to fall. And that would be not a good thing. So the drawers I had already, I had put right here on my desk. And like I said, it doesn't take up much room at all. So it was just really wonderful. I could just get right to whatever I had in those drawers, I could get right to it. No problem, didn't have to roll anywhere or anything. They were just right there. But I have a terrible habit of not cleaning up my mess between projects. Because usually when I'm making a piece of jewelry, I'm thinking about the next piece of jewelry I want to make. So when I get that done, rather than cleaning up my beads and putting them back where they go like I should, I'll just push them to the side and get out the beads I want for my next project and start making it, which of course results in a bunch of piles of beads all over the place in a big mess. And I was ending up piling a bunch of beads and stuff in front of those little drawers. And of course, if I pile them up in front of the little drawers, I can't pull the little drawers out. So one of my nephews, I have 3 nephews. We don't have any children. We were never able to have children, but I have 3 nephews that are just wonderful, and they help me so much. And one of them had a table that he gave me. It's a little glass table, and it's not hardly as tall as this desk, but it's close and it works fine. And I've got it to the left of this desk, and I have moved those drawers that I already have onto it, and they're right here. I can reach them just no problem, and I don't pile things in front of them because they're not where I do my beading. So when I get this one filled up, I'm going to put it on this little table that I have here next to me, next to the drawers that I already have. And I'm going to have everything just that I can get in here just right there, close at hand, and not have to roll over to these drawers like I do. And it's just going to be so much better. I also really love this little thing on top here. It comes off, so you could take it and carry it around with you if you want to. And I really love that to store things. I plan to, my idea is that I'm going to put my bead stringing wire and like craft wire and stuff in up here. I've for a long time been trying to find a good way to store my bead stringing wire, and maybe I might even be able to get a couple of rolls of chain in there. I don't know, but it'll be good for things like that. And then these little holes here will hold these little bottles. You could take some of these little bottles out, and they're harder to get out when they don't have anything in them. You could put them in there like that and put things in there. So I don't know what I'll put in there, but I'll have to figure it out. But I really like that thing on top there. These particular drawers here, you can get either 2 drawers or 4 drawers. 2 drawers is $29.99. 4 drawers is $39.99. And before I forget, they gave me a coupon code. It's just Teresa, and I'll put it on the screen here in the description box below. And that'll save you 10% off your order. When I did the video before, it was 10% off your order plus free shipping, but they've changed that now. You have to spend at least $25 to get free shipping. But of course, if you bought even just the 2 drawers, you'd be spending over $25, so you would get the free shipping. It says they have 2 to 3 days delivery. And I'll put a link in the description box below that will take you directly to the page that has this particular storage system on it. And of course, you can, look all around on their website. And I'll put all their social media stuff in the description box below too. They're on all the social medias. So I'm going to try to fill these up. I'm not sure what I want to put a lot of findings in these. And because in the other ones, I have mostly just beads. I have one drawer that I have my favorite spacers and bead caps in, but mostly it's just beads. And I have a lot more 4mm beads than I have in the drawer that I have those in. So I probably will put some of those in this one too. I don't know. Maybe one drawer for that and the other 3 for findings. I don't know for sure. But I'm going to start filling this up. And whenever I get some of it done, I'll bring you back and let you see what my progress is. So I'll be back. Okay, so here I am now. Turns out I've got quite a few more 4mm beads than I knew I had. A lot more than I had in that one little drawer that I already had. See, that's the thing. I don't know what I've got because they're in these little plastic drawers and all these little baggies, and I don't know what I've got. So I think what I'm going to do is, what I'm working on here is I'm going to put all my 4mm fire polish beads in one of those drawers I already had. And I'm going to put all my 4mm not fire polish beads in one of these new drawers that I've got. That's what I'm working on now. Plus I have some 6mm beads over here that I'm going to try to put in something. I don't know for sure. Because I need to know what I have of those too. So this is my progress so far. Not a lot yet, but I'm still working. So hold on and I'll be back when I get a little more done. Okay, after quite a lot of work. But it's going to be worth it. I've got almost all of my 4mm beads that I have that are not fire polish in one of my new drawers. So, oh, and I forgot to mention, they come with these little labels where you can label the little bottles if you want to. I probably won't use these because I'll be changing these out a lot. But it comes with that. And I can't believe I forgot to mention my funnel. I love this funnel. This would take weeks if I didn't have this funnel to use. Now I have 2 because I had one before and now I have this one. So it's just awesome. I love this funnel. So I've got one drawer full of my 4mm beads. And I think I'm going to try to use my other 3 drawers just for findings. I think I'll take the drawer that I already had, that I had my favorite spacers and bead caps in, and transfer it to one of these drawers. And then I think I'll use that other drawer that I already had I think I'll put some 6mm beads in. I've got a lot of 6mm beads that I need to see what I've got. So I think I'll transfer the spacer beads and bead caps that I have in it into one of these drawers. And of course I'll add to it because there's a lot more bottles in these drawers. And then I'll put my 6mm in that drawer. So if I ever get that done, I'll be back. So hold on. I had a lot more spacers than I realized. So I've got a whole drawer here just of spacers. These are most all the spacers I have. I have a few more, but this is most of them. So I've dedicated an entire drawer here to spacers. So I think that I will dedicate another drawer to bead caps. And I took my drawer that I had, let's see, let me move it here. This drawer that I had my favorite bead caps and spacers in, and I put some 6mm beads in it. These are not all the 6mm beads I have, but these were as many as I could get in this drawer. So now I have 6mm beads in this drawer, and I have my spacers in one of my other new drawers. So I think my next task is going to be trying to get my favorite bead caps into one drawer. So whenever I get that done, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have got this drawer filled up now with bead caps, and I've got my connectors in here, my links and things like that in here. Like these little links. So that's most of my bead caps and connectors, my favorite ones anyway. I've got a few that I don't really like much at all, but these are the ones that I use a lot. So I've got this drawer full of those. So I have one more drawer to go, and I think I'm going to try to put as many of my toggle clasps and things like that in it. So in a few hours, or maybe tomorrow, I'll be back and show you that. So hold on. Okay, so it's tomorrow now. I got tired and I had to go to bed, but I now have got my final drawer filled up with my toggle clasps. And then I even had room to put some of my magnetic clasps back here and some S-hooks. So this is really cool. I've got a few empty bottles still that I can put more in when I get them. So hold on and let me see if I can show you the whole thing and what I did with the top. I'll show you that too. So okay, I was not able to zoom out enough to show you all this together, so I'm just going to show you. This is the top part, and I've got my bead stringing wire here, and I've got these are bottles with jump rings in them that I've got here. This is a little bottle with my crimp tubes in it that I use. And then this is my silver and gold German style wire that I use all the time. And then I've got my fire line here, my 8-pound smoke, and my 8-pound white, and this is my 6-pound smoke. And then I've got some little bottles here. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. These first 4 I've got wire guardians in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these other 4 yet. But that's all that. So hold on and let me put this on top of that, and then I'll show you again what I've got in all the drawers. Okay, so here's all my drawers side by side. In this drawer I've got 2mm beads. In this drawer I've got small rondelles, 2x3s and 3x4mm. In this I've got 4mm just fire polish beads. In this I've got 6mm beads. In this top drawer I've got 4mm beads that are not fire polish. In this drawer I've got my toggle clasps and magnetic clasps. In this drawer I have spacer beads. And in this drawer I have bead caps and connectors and links and all things like that. So that's all that. This is going to make things so much easier for me. I'm not going to have to roll over to these drawers and risk falling in the floor and all. And of course I love that top part that I showed you. And I'll put a picture at the end of both of them side by side so you can see better the whole thing. But this is just gonna make my life so much easier. I really love these little drawers and these little bottles. And the bottles, you know, sometimes when you get these kind of bottles, after a while the lids don't want to screw back on there really well. But I've not had any problem with these so far. They screw on and off really easily. I've had trouble with those that, like I've gotten before, the little, I guess the little, whatever you call it, gets stripped or something, and it didn't want to screw on there as easily. But I haven't had any problem with these yet. I really like these. These are really, really great for storing beads, and they hold just a whole lot more than you would imagine. I wouldn't have imagined, like these toggle clasps. Some of these toggle clasps are pretty big, like these. These are the ones that we got in there. You know, can't see them there. These are ones, I bought a whole bunch of these because I really liked them, that we got in a bargain bee box a while back. And I don't know how many sets are in there, but these are pretty bulky toggle clasps. And there's quite a few in there. I guess I could count them. Hold on, okay, I counted them. There's 8 sets of these toggle clasps in there. And these are, like I said, these are pretty good sized toggle clasps. When I started putting these in here, I thought I just knew I would have to have 2 bottles for all these, but I've got 8 sets of toggle clasps in this one little bottle, so it's amazing how much these little bottles will hold. So this is just going to be, like I said, so helpful to me. And I will leave a link, that link in the description box below, that'll take you directly to this storage system if you want to check it out. And of course, you know, you can look around on all the ARTDOT thing if you want to get some of these, you know. And my coupon code will save you 10% off. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.